What's up, sports fans? What's up, world? This is MC Run with his co-host.
It's Kenneth.
And we are keeping it 10 toes down. We are the sports podcast that always keeps it real about sports talk. And we are like 1 week away from the third birthday of this beautiful, beautiful podcast. 1 week away. Yes, we're about to experience our third birthday. It's going to have to be almost 3 years on this podcast. 3 years of you and me and KJ doing this. Crazy.
Hey, nothing better. Nobody better in the business.
Exactly. Oh, yes, 3 years of being the best in the business. By the way, we are recording this podcast on exactly 1 week before the third birthday of this podcast. July 24th, 2024. It's Wednesday. Nice Wednesday. But what's coming up on Friday, though, in about a couple of days, is the Olympics. Woo! Yes, this podcast is going to be live. Well, not live, but, we're actually going to be able to talk about the Olympics a little bit. Of course, with a whole bunch of some football stuff.
You didn't invite me?
No. I wish. No, man. We're not that big of a podcast yet, man. If we were that, or let's say some kind of rich benefactor came along to hey, I liked your podcast. Why don't y'all, exactly. I'll pay you both this, sum of money to come and talk about the, Olympics here in Paris. I'm like,
hey, they could come up to us and be like, come talk about pickleball in Great Britain. I'll do it.
Yeah.
There is to know about pickleball.
Exactly. I'll find out who the best pickleball players. But yes, the Olympics is Friday. I'm excited. I'm probably going to be paying attention more to the Olympics this year than I ever have. Really since 2008. 2008 was the last time I really paid attention to the Olympics. And that's because I wanted to see the Redeem team of, Kobe, LeBron, Melo. They had Bosh. They had Chris Paul. They had Darren Williams when he was neck and neck with Chris Paul being the best point guard in the league. Whew. But KJ, question: what are you excited outside of Team USA basketball? What are you? Because I know that's what we're both looking towards. But I want to step away just a little bit from Team USA. Other than that, what are you excited to watch during this Olympics?
The competition, in and of itself, I love the Olympics. I'm a track guy, even though I play football and baseball too. But those are not in the Olympics. So I love watching track and field. But yeah, I'm just here for the competition, man. I want to see. I'm watching America, obviously, because I live here. I'm watching Japan, as I usually do. In Jamaica, America, Japan, and Jamaica. That's what I usually watch in the Olympics.
Yeah, I'm a track and field guy too. I'm also a tennis guy, so I want to see if my man Novak Djokovic is he playing. I need for no. I think he is playing. I just need to see if he's going to win gold. All right, that's all I need. All right, because to this, I don't think he has won Olympic gold yet in tennis. Let me fact check myself. I may be wrong about that. I know Roger Federer has never won Olympic gold in tennis, but no. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna fact check myself on that, but I'm also looking forward to track and field as well. I like watching track. There's no Usain Bolt, so I've got to look for somebody else to root for. Definitely Sha'Carri Richardson. That's I love her story. I know we kind of made fun of her on this podcast, but but to see her kind of bounce back from
all that
kind
hate
of
she was getting, all them haters out there trying to slander my girl.
Yes, exactly. So to see her bounce back from that, and actually now she's a legit threat to to win gold in track and field. You just gotta love to see it. Also, Noah Lyles. Even though there's a lot of us in America, especially us basketball fans, that do not like him because he has a problem with the NBA calling themselves world champions. But
hey, we about to show him this year. We about to show him. I don't know if y'all been watching them scrimmages, but boy.
But
I mean, if we keeping it a buck on like what I'm watching for real, if I'm watching anything, honestly, I'm watching the sisters. Because if I'm not mistaken, we have the best gymnasts, we have one of the best runners, we have one of the best gymnasts, that's a couple things, but yeah, they killing it. So I'm watching for the sisters. Y'all make sure y'all give me a couple shout outs, man. Well, give me a couple of shout outs to do is what I mean.
And I was right. Novak Djokovic has not won an Olympic gold medal. He's only won a bronze in 2008 in the Olympics. So hopefully, if he is playing in Olympics, hopefully he is. But if he's not, I think it's either going to be like Alcaraz winning gold, or I can see like either Alcaraz. My top three would probably be Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner, and then no, I will not say Medvedev. Out of my hate, but this third person, it's not him. It's not Medvedev. He'd probably be like the fourth person, but there's this third person. Their name is escaping me, but I'm mad at it. Mad at it is, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. But yeah, I think I don't know. I think Nadal's going to, but I got to look who's going to the Olympics. But what we're both looking forward towards in the Olympics, KJ, is Team USA basketball. So, KJ, we've seen the Olympic showcase games. Is there any cause for concern that we will not win gold? Because, for us Americans, basketball, a silver medal or bronze medal is losing. For other countries, getting a silver or gold medal, like if China would have won a bronze medal in basketball, they're throwing a parade in the streets. For us in America, getting bronze is, you might as well not even showing up to the Olympics. We might as well never even field the team. That's how much
we look at a bronze like a $1 bill.
Exactly, like for example, the last team that won bronze in 2004, that 2004 team, I think they won bronze. They were looked to as, oh, we're garbage and all that stuff. Yeah. Just for bringing home bronze. That's the standard.
2008 because we did bad in 2004.
Exactly. And that's the bar for us Americans in basketball. Like other countries, oh, silver medal, great job. Bronze medal, great job. Us, get those out of our faces. Basketball is a sport that we created. That's like, they're going to add flag football, I think, next Olympics. You think we're going to be satisfied with anything less than gold?
Oh, God. Right. That's going to go crazy. I mean, just look at I'm looking at the groups, right? Yeah. In Group A, you have Australia, okay, Spain, okay, Giannis at Greece, okay, and Canada. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I'm not in that group. Then I'm looking at Group B. They have Germany, Japan, France, and Brazil. Glad I'm not in that group. And then you have us sitting in Group C with Puerto Rico, Serbia, aka the Fighting Luka Doncic's, and
Serbia. No. Luka is Slovenia.
Slovenia. I'm tripping. Yeah.
Remember, that's Jokic. Jokic is Serbia.
The Fighting Jokic's.
Or Nicolas.
Yeah, the Fighting Nicolas.
Remember, there's about
t-shirts, bro.
There's about like 72 Nicolas on that team.
Literally. Everybody named Nicola. Everybody is N. dot last name on the back.
I know. Nikola Jokic, Jovic, Yavarin, like every.
But yeah, then you got South Sudan who beat us in one of the games. Okay, blah blah. We do.
No, we did no. South Sudan did not beat us. We won by 1.
Is that the game? Never mind. No, it's not. I'm gonna go. But okay, so what I'm saying is, to answer your question, these other 2 groups, I'm so glad we're not in those because okay, it might get dicey. But bro, we playing in Group C. We're getting out of that. We're coming out of that. Legs and arms and miles of races. Our only competition is Canada and Germany. I feel as though France might be cool, but
with the twin towers of Wemby and Rudy Gobert. I'm about to say Gobert.
Well, he's soft like Gobert. Watch Rudy Gobert decide that okay, yeah, y'all been joking on me during the NBA season. Watching the Olympics, I'm gonna dominate y'all. But I'm not too afraid of France because okay, y'all got 2 bigs. Who the rest of y'all players? Frank Ntilikina?
The players that got drafted in the top 5 over the last couple years.
You got Wemby, you got Sarr, and the other ones. They haven't even been making summer league noise.
That's okay.
They're good. Like I said, they're gonna be interesting, but I'm not too worried about France. I'm worried about Wemby for sure, but AD go get him.
But you're not worried about Serbia? That's in our group.
No, I don't give nothing about
the best player in the NBA is in that group.
LeBron James. First of all, if y'all been watching, LeBron James looks like he is the best player on Team USA at 40 years old almost.
And that's
you got a dancing polar bear on the other side. I'm not worried about that polar bear. This ain't the Lakers.
Okay. All right. I was trying to say, last time LeBron James went up against that dancing polar bear, he got sent out in the first round.
Yeah, but if y'all watched all of them games, Brian and AD been going crazy, and they really was up at all of those halves. They should have won most of them games, but I don't know.
Yeah,
but I ain't worried about no dancing polar bear, bro. We gonna put some tranquilizer in his bear feed. We gonna go to sleep.
I don't know. I'm just worried because of the fact that we've got a 75-year-old LeBron James, like clutching up and has been basically winning these games for Team USA. Like
last game, I think he had the last 11 points.
Yeah, and in these games, if LeBron keeps this playing like keeping this up, we might have to enter in another we might have to have another conversation of did we let LeBron did we take that best player in the league crown off LeBron too soon? Because at this point, he's definitely been the best player on Team USA. And it's like, huh? Like, and these are around guys, once again, like a Jason Tatum, like a Steph Curry, like an Edwards, like all these young players, well, not minus Steph Curry, but like some of these younger players that are on the team that we thought, yeah, you probably usurp LeBron, especially in the cases of Jason Tatum and Anthony Edwards, but it's been LeBron James, and that kind of worries me in a sense because I'm like
for the regular season because I'm like, okay, you going nuts in the Olympics. Does that mean you're gonna rest up and be good for the regular season? For the postseason, really? I don't even need you good for the regular season. Be good for the postseason.
And which brings me to my little surprise topic that I had KJ, about really LeBron and AD being on this Olympic team is do you can this go left? And I'm not talking about USA not winning gold. I'm talking about when it comes to the NBA regular season. We know that LeBron and AD don't have expect LeBron these last 5 years. AD his kind of whole entire his whole entire career. I know last year he played like 75 games. That was a picture of health and all that. But once again, that's never the norm. That's like we're that's not the norm. So are both should the Lakers be worried that both of these guys are playing in Olympics, playing so hard in Olympics that it will affect them in the NBA season? Because once the Olympics are over, bam, the NBA season ain't that too far off.
It's only a couple months.
Yeah, so do you rest AD and LeBron and say, hey, don't even come to training camp? Y'all take your rest. Y'all played enough basketball. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that LeBron can. I think LeBron would be the type of player to be like, okay, honestly, they could be like, hey, Brian, we don't need you till January, and he'd be like, okay. But I don't know. Right now, it's like I do care, but I kind of don't because I really want that gold. And LeBron spends $1 bajillion on his body every year. So I think in terms of rest, I think he'll be all right. We need him healthy. But at the end of the day, these are only like what? These are like basically all of these players are getting limited minutes because you're playing with the Monstars. So it's not like Bron out there playing 40 minutes.
That is true. But still, him just being out there for even 15 minutes, that.
But what you think?
That's almost.
What you think he doing in the offseason?
True.
Games, playing against the people in the league, training.
But pickup games like when he doesn't have to go full force all out. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
I don't think he will now. We have players like Jason Tatum. We got players like Anthony Edwards first and foremost. I should have said that's the all out effort right there. Just in them two, and then we are not on top of the 3-point specialing shooting hamster, and Steph Curry. He gonna run all day long. Devin Booker is young, so it's like, and I don't even think LeBron wants to be like now. If LeBron was out here playing like 2014 LeBron. 2013 LeBron dunking on everybody, running up and down the court. Okay, hey, slow it down here, GOAT. Slow it down there. But him, he's pass first, so he got all these options. He's gonna make the right play, but that don't necessarily mean he gonna have to expend all of his energy to do so either. Now, Anthony Davis, that is a very different question. I need Anthony Davis to not start. What?
It looks like he kind of has to for Team USA to win. I've only watched sparingly of the games, but from a little bit of what I've seen and what I've been hearing is that Anthony Davis is actually better for Team USA to start than a Joel Embiid because Anthony Davis is a little bit better, when it comes to the perimeter defense. And being on that perimeter. And I'm just saying, like I said,
we have so much capital. It's like, do we really like? Yeah, it'd be nice to have, but like, if you got a $50 million house, and are you really gonna be like, the shed and the pool is nice, but do I need the pool? I don't need a second. I don't need a second.
But But it's a like me. I'm like you. I want USA to win gold. Can we win gold? I'm not a I'm. I don't know about that. Like
Who's touching
in
it?
2008. It's I don't know. I just we listen. We went up against South Sudan, and now from what a lot of people were saying that they had some good players on that team. Listen, it doesn't matter. We should have beaten South Sudan by 15 or 20, and we barely won.
I mean, hey, even the Chiefs lose a game in the regular season. It's like
Uh,
I don't know. Like I feel like our only deficiency, quote unquote, asterisk, is with our bigs. We have like 3 bigs. 2 of them are injury prone. So that's my only worry, bro. Like if we had a solid, like if we could have like a player like Dwight Howard back, Dwight Howard and Bam, I don't need nothing else. I don't need nothing else.
I mean, what? But yeah, that's what other because a lot of other good bigs in the league are actually foreign. That's the
Yeah,
and the only reason why we were able to get
or
Joel Embiid is because we were able to change his citizenship to the USA.
but even if we didn't have Embiid, bro, we would still run rampant over these people. Now you want us to play small ball so we can we can really take it to the hoop? Nah. But I mean, I guess we have a spoil of riches. I guess we'll have to wait for players like that, like who my boy in Detroit, Jalen Duren.
Yeah,
But, he's only like 12 years old right now, so
I don't know if people can hear it, but it's kind of getting ready to storm outside. But it's okay, still going on. But yeah, but I'm just saying. I just asked that question with LeBron and AD. Like honestly, I'm not a Lakers fan, so at the end of the day, though I don't want to see great players get hurt. I don't. And I do want to see the Lakers at 100% because makes the season when all the teams that are contenders in both conferences when they're nice and healthy, it makes for a great NBA season. So I don't want to see as a basketball fan, I don't want to see both of those guys get hurt because of the Olympics. So that's why I kind of posed the question. Should the Lakers did what the Clippers did with Kawhi? Say, yeah, clock out. Yeah, you're gone. You're already injury prone. You ain't going to not suit up for us for the last like for the last month and a half of the season and just go ahead and play Team USA basketball. Don't think so. And also, I don't think even KD has even played yet.
nope, he sure has not.
So that's also a big. Because just imagine. And just imagine if we still were playing with Kawhi.
Just imagine. We would literally.
I hate you, Clippers, man. They just and that's the one thing that was like one thing that was worrying me because is the loss of Kawhi gonna be one of those Clippers pulling Kawhi from the Olympic team? Is that gonna be one of those losses that we feel like we can overcome, but actually couldn't? But
Kawhi,
yeah,
bro, we do not need Kawhi. We don't need Kawhi at all. Actually, we really don't. Who else do we not need?
well, but I can't wait to see this team with KD when he because right now we've been beating people with just without KD. Let's imagine with him.
I know him and Kawhi, and instead of Derek White, you would have Jaylen Brown. What?
But elsewhere in basketball, in the world of basketball, we got the 76ers making headlines once again and getting themselves Reggie Jackson, NBA champion Reggie Jackson. So, KJ, how do you feel about this? And how do you feel about the 76ers now? Where do you rank them now that they got a Reggie Jackson?
Like, dang, bro, y'all still not better than the Celtics, but dang, y'all trying to put every penny y'all got into this roster. I feel like, now that I'm saying it out loud, I feel like they are kind of flailing. Because why y'all adding all these players? You done already added Paul George. You already added Caleb Martin. You already added Eric Gordon. You already added Andre Drummond. You already added draft picks. You already added like two more players, and you re-signed Kelly Oubre and KJ Martin.
Mm.
Woo! Y'all are either really excited or very scared. But yeah, this I don't know, man. Reggie Jackson is not a world beater player, but Reggie Jackson is a very good piece in a player in a team with a team that needs pieces, right?
Yep.
And Reggie Jackson can kind of handle the ball coming up court too. So I guess they're really looking for like more players to touch the ball and just not leave it solely up to Maxey, Embiid, and Paul George, which is smart. Now my question is, do I feel like they're better than the New York Knicks? Who is adding Mikal Bridges?
They might be.
They might be. They might be number 2, bro. If they not number 2, they number 2A.
Okay, here's the thing about the Sixers. On paper, if everybody's healthy, they are definitely the second best team in the East. I'm gonna confidently say that just a little bit better than the 76ers. Now, are they gonna make it out the East?
Absolutely.
That's a whole nother question. That's a whole nother question. Like, can I see them being the number 1 seed in the East this coming season? Of course I can. I can see the Boston Celtics taking a step back record wise, not as a team. I feel like as a team they're still going to be as good, but I think record wise they're going to take a step back. So allowing the 76ers to take that step forward, I can see the 76ers being the number 1 seed in the East. However, does that mean that they're going to beat the Celtics in a 7-game series and make it out the East? Because that's what it's going to take. They're really going to have to. The only way I see the 76ers being like a lock to make it out the East is if both the Celtics and Knicks lose. Because because if those teams lose, I'll give them a great chance against the Bucks, great chance against the Pacers, and anybody else. Like the Heat, give them a great chance against anybody else. The problem is injuries, because they got 2 guys that have been injury prone, in Paul George and Joel Embiid. And Joel Embiid playing in the Olympics is not helping. They probably should have. The Sixers probably should have pulled a Clippers, be like, "Hey, Joel, clock out." But
they definitely should have, because him playing in the Olympics is much more detrimental to that team than AD and LeBron playing in the Olympics. I can say that unequivocally, because if Embiid goes down, okay, I understand you got Paul George and Maxey, but who else you got? Y'all would be in the same position, if not worse, right? As last year, as opposed to AD and Bron being tired, like you still got a whole team around you. They're not gonna miss anything.
But yeah, it's. And also, another question is, if both of these guys are healthy, Paul George and Joel Embiid, are they going to show up when it matters most? Now, once again, I know they've had games where they've actually played well in the playoffs, because I'm not going to say that they have not. But they've also had games where they came up short. I mentioned Joel Embiid in Game 7 of a couple years ago in the conference semifinals, basically getting locked up by Al Horford, by 65-year-old Al Horford at that.
This is true.
And people want to say, it's injuries, but yet he was playing, when he was playing well the round before, y'all weren't saying this injuries crap. No, don't give me the injuries crap. If he was playing well the round before and y'all weren't saying nothing about injuries, then don't give me. No, he was getting locked up by a 65-year-old Al Horford. That is embarrassing if you're the best big man. You're supposed to be the best big man in the league. But and even Mr. Playoff P himself. Remember in the bubble we were calling this man way off P, pandemic P. We were so many slanderous nicknames.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Paul George gonna come back for a revenge this year. He gonna talk to all the naysayers this year. I know that for sure.
I mean, I just hope everything is just.
I'm about to start calling him Philly Paul.
Philly Paul.
Philly Paul.
Definitely. But that is it for the basketball discourse. I just hopefully for all you 76ers fans, mainly for our guy Brizzy, y'all actually make it to the conference finals this year and not be the basketball version of the Dallas Cowboys. Please, let's not do that.
Let me tell you, you can speak for yourself because I don't like Philly at all. They can miss the playoffs. All I care.
But let's talk about a little bit of NFL news. John Harbaugh has some comments about his quarterback, his QB, Lamar Jackson. So KJ, you being the resident Ravens and Panthers fan, what were those comments?
So, man, the other day in practice, they sent Lamar Jackson home because he had an illness and everybody was talking about it and oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Then, at the press conference, John Harbaugh says, the vision is Lamar Jackson can unequivocally be the best quarterback in the history of this league. Lamar has the talent and brilliant vision in order to do so, as long as God is willing.
Ooh, that's very hot take. I would not say that.
Spicy take.
That, first of all, the person who universally, we know Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. We know the one guy that has the ability to universally recognized to usurp Tom Brady is Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens have not been, ever since Lamar Jackson has been the starting quarterback of the Ravens have not been to a Super Bowl yet. I'm just going to be honest. Lamar Jackson has finally played in his first AFC Championship game. I'm not saying he can't do it at all. Because to say he does not have the ability, like there is a 0% chance, there's not a 0% chance for anything. All right. But can we wait for those comments until like after Lamar wins like a second Super Bowl? Then we can or wins after he wins like a third Super Bowl. Then we can start like having those conversations. I'm not saying Lamar Jackson can't, and I'm not, because the Lamar haters, the people who think Lamar Jackson is still a running back, who calls this man a running back, who looks at his passing stats and say, "Oh, look, he can't even throw over 4,000 yards," even though you watch the game, watch how the Ravens are built. The Ravens aren't built for really, to be perfectly honest, they have never been built as a team that have a quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards constantly. They've never been that type of team. They've been their whole identity, the Ravens' whole identity I think they came into the league 1995. So almost 30 years that this Ravens franchise have had. 30 years that this Ravens franchise has been active. They've never been that Huh?
I was like, dang, I'm older than the
Yeah.
Ravens.
Yeah. So they've never been a team where they're always gonna have a consistent 4,000 yards players. No, 4,000 yard passer. No, their identity has been rough, tough, defensive oriented. Kind of blue collar type team where we rather have a 1,500 yard rusher than a 4,000 yard passer. That's how we win games. We're gonna, we just need our quarterback to clutch up in those big moments. We just need a competent quarterback that can clutch up in big moments. Oh my God, MC Ron has said this a lot of times. But anyway, but Lamar Jackson is a very effective passer. Like, I don't want people will look at Lamar Jackson's passing stats, look at his passing touchdowns and passing yards, and saying, "Oh, look at him. He can't even throw for 4,000 yards. Why was he an MVP? He didn't deserve." Because there's people out there who still does not believe he deserved his second MVP, and we have gone over on this podcast why he actually has deserved it, and I'm not going to go over it again. Lamar Jackson has always been better as an effective. He's always been an effective. Well, not always an effective passer, but I've always said that for me, Lamar Jackson, the barometer for Lamar Jackson is for him to become an effective passer. I don't care about him throwing for 4,000, 4,500, 5,000 yards. I don't. If he can be an effective passer, especially in those big games, during those big time downs, if he can be an effective passer like that, the Ravens are going to win football games. They're going to win championships. As long as he's able to be an effective passer. And Lamar Jackson throwing the ball 40, 50 times is not going to be his game. Is never going to be his game. Him being once again a 4,000 yard passer is never going to be his game. But I said all that to say, does he have the ability to be the greatest quarterback of all time? Of course he does. Same way as Josh Allen does. Same way as a Joe Burrow does. Same way as even a Justin Herbert does. But do I see that trajectory now? No. But you go ahead. Sorry, kids. I talked a lot about this, but you go ahead and talk about your quarterback.
I mean, for me, if you want to talk about Lamar Jackson being the best quarterback ever in the history of the NFL, does he have the talent and the ability to? 10,000 times absolutely. Because even though he'll probably never catch Brady in the rings total, him as a passer, him as a dual threat, passing and rushing, no quarterback in the history of the NFL is as talented as Lamar Jackson. I don't think so. Not in totality, for sure. I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers, who I feel like is the best. He's mobile. He has a really great arm. But Lamar Jackson, boy, better arm, better legs. Yeah, I don't know.
I was about to say Papa John's. That's a better pizza, Papa John's.
Sound like a Papa John's commercial, bro. But if we talking about like rings and titles and stuff like that, yes, he does have 2 MVPs, so that definitely bodes well for his case. But by this time in his career, I think Brady had like 3 rings, didn't he?
That is true, but remember during Brady's first 5-6 years in the league, he was more of a game manager than a game breaker. Let's just say that he's more game manager than game breaker. He wasn't, and people because of what Tom Brady eventually came. Tom Brady didn't start becoming like a game breaker until that 2007 season onwards. That's when he started to become the Tom Brady we know and love. Tom Brady before that, especially from I would say 2000 to 2004. Or 2005, especially during that time, during the Patriots' first three Super Bowls, he was a game manager mostly. Now I understand he had games where he played well, like once again in his second Super Bowl win, he threw for like 300 plus yards. But I'm talking about the overall totality. He was a game manager. He was not. He was basically a Joe Flacco. except he won more. So Tom Brady didn't really become this GOAT because even after Tom Brady started Super Bowl, there are a lot of people that still felt Peyton Manning was better because they're like, listen, yeah, Tom Brady has the Super Bowl rings, but Peyton Manning actually, he has to he basically has to win the game by himself. As though, that's really not the case. He actually has some good pieces around it, but still, he didn't. People mention how he didn't have Peyton Manning didn't have the defense that Tom Brady did. So, but yeah, so Tom Brady didn't become the GOAT until once again. So after that 2007 season, then he won a Super Bowl, then he won another one, then he won another one, then he won another one, and then that's when you started to see, okay, yeah, this guy is the greatest quarterback of all time. All right, it wasn't just.
Jackson, right?
Huh?
Jackson is a quarterback that kind of started off like Giannis, but I'm seeing Lamar every year level up and maintain his previous levels. It's not like every year he doing something different but great at it, but like every year he does something great. He does 1 year he'll do something great. The next year they say, oh, he can't do this though. He'll learn how to do that, and then he'll do both of these things great. And then the next year after that, they'll say, oh, but he still can't do this, and now he's doing three great things. So I don't know, bro. Like the trajectory, I feel like can be there, but he just has to start winning Super Bowls. And why I start bringing up the step by step thing is because people's first knock was like, oh, Lamar can't win a playoff game, blah blah whoop de whoop. Okay, now he doesn't been in the AFC Championship. Next year, okay, if he keeps on this trajectory, he should win an AFC Championship.
True.
If not the next 2 years. I mean, I think Lamar will eventually get a Super Bowl. I would hope so. But 7, we would definitely, like you said, we definitely would have to start talking about that after 3.
Yeah, that's why. Because people,
I don't know, maybe after 2, because Lamar Jackson is so fancy and fly and dynamic, bro. 2 might be like, all right, this man the GOAT. Like,
I don't know. He first has to clear the hurdle of surpassing Patrick Mahomes.
If he dogs Patty in 2 AFC Championships games and rolls his way to winning 2 straight Super Bowl MVPs, I think he'll be better than Patty.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think he's outside of the only thing that people can knock Lamar Jackson on is his accuracy, and he's still extremely accurate. Like, bro, he passes for over 75% completion. Like, come on now, that's a great quarterback. But when you play like players like Patrick Mahomes, I feel like that might be the only thing that he has above Lamar. Because Lamar throws better than him, he has a better arm, and he moves better.
Throws better than Patrick Mahomes?
I think Lamar got maybe one of the best arm. Maybe outside of CJ, I think CJ Stroud might have the best arm in the league. But CJ Stroud, Stafford, and Goff, those are the 3 best. And, okay, Josh Allen. Okay, you don't got a better arm than Josh Allen.
There we go. And Devin, I don't think he got it, but we can talk about all that. But I would say this, that Lamar Jackson has improved as a passer every single year. I have seen him. Yeah, he's improved as a passer. And if you cannot see that, like his first MVP, even though this MVP he did not have as good as stats as his first one, I feel like he was a better quarterback and a better passer in this one than he was in his previous MVP season. He's improving as a passer every year. Will he ever be a 4,000-yard passer? I personally, he might do it 1 year, but I only see him being a 4,000-yard passer like 1 or 2 years. But that's because once again the Ravens team isn't built for a quarterback to throw for like 4,000 yards. Like he'll have games where Lamar Jackson will have games where he'll only throw for 200 yards, but yet the Ravens will win by like 40. And that's because like a lot of his yards came in the first half, and then the coach say, "All right, sit down," because that's also what happened in some of these games where they were blowing teams out, and they said, "Hey, Lamar, just go ahead and sit down."
Or I think games last year against the Lions, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
he ran for more yards than he threw, and we beat them like you said, like 3 touchdowns. I don't remember how many times. No, that game might have went to overtime, but
Somebody against the Lions.
yeah, I don't remember how that.
Oh no, y'all beat the crap out of the Lions. I remember that.
Dogged them. That's what I thought. He dogged them. And he ran for like 200 some yards.
Yeah, so, but yeah, he's never going to be a quarterback. I just want to see. I've seen him become more and more of an effective passer, and this is why, like people who are like stat junkies and all these like, have you even watched Lamar play? Like, have you watched him play? Because if you say he does not deserve the MVP, but in all the big games that he would think of the 49ers, the Dolphins, the Lions, like those against three playoff teams, and these big games against these 3 playoff teams, the Ravens blew out all 3 of them. Lamar Jackson played like, once again, he was the best player on the field. And that's really the main reason why he won his second MVP, because in the biggest, what do you want for your quarterbacks? In the biggest games, they play their best. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, for some of you, once again, we know Lamar Jackson I'm not gonna lie, he does have the talent to be the best quarterback of all time. Once again, a lot of quarterbacks have that talent. Now, is it going to be realized? Is that potential going to be realized? That's the ultimate question. We don't know. To this point, it's a no. But we don't know what's going to happen 5 years from now. 5 years from now, Lamar Jackson could be a 3-time, Super Bowl champion, 3-time Super Bowl MVP. We do not know that. We can't, so who knows? But one thing I would say is, for any of you Lamar haters saying, "Oh, Lamar can't throw," "Oh, he's a running back," and all that, because there's still people that have that same stupid narrative, even though he has proven far and away that he's a top 5 NFL quarterback. He has proven that. Y'all still want to call this man a running back, and that's because, once again, y'all just mad that Lamar Jackson ultimately proved you wrong. You thought he wouldn't do.
All I'm gonna say is, I can show you. Y'all think Lamar Jackson can't throw? I can show you a quarterback who can't throw. Tim Tebow, who can run and can't throw. Tim Tebow. I ain't ever seen Tim Tebow ever win an MVP. Lamar got 2 of them guys.
I haven't seen Tim Tebow complete 50% of his passes. 50%.
Come on.
I'm not talking over 50. I'm
talk about Tim Tebow.
Like, and that also, that's the guy people say that, oh, Tim Tebow got shafted from the NFL. He deserved a second chance. There are a lot of people who are saying that Tim Tebow, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither there.
I will say this about Lamar. You gotta get a better dietitian, because you can't keep getting sick and leaving practice, bro. Like, I understand the other day you left practice. He came back today, stayed an hour, and just left. You gotta be at practice. Work on this is a good sign, listeners. Everybody, I would like to take time out to focus on our good health.
Exactly. Also, MC Ron has a little rant before we kind of close this podcast. I got a little rant. I saw the top 100 list. The NFL comes up with the top 100 before this, before the season starts every year. They've been doing this since 2011. They've been doing this for a while. They put my man Scary Terry at 97. Will the NFL players and the NFL in general stop underrating? top 50. Yes, is this biased as a Commanders fan? Of course it is. But it does not matter. This man, do you know how many quarterbacks that this man has? You know how many quarterbacks this man has been through his entire career? He's been through like 4 or 5 different quarterbacks. And each time he produces. You know how horrible offensive line is? Sam Howell didn't have no time to throw. Yet he still gets 1,000+ yards.
Plays for the Commanders.
And that doesn't mean anything. The team, just because he plays for my garbage franchise, hopefully we're turning the corner. But
15 wide receivers better than Scary Terry.
oh no, not 15. No. I'll give you 5.
You think he's a top 6 wide receiver in the league?
I think he's top 10.
I'll say bottom of 15.
No.
Yeah. DJ Moore is better than Scary Terry.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. I promise you. I promise you, DJ
No,
Moore.
he's not.
Zay Flowers might be better than Scary Terry this year.
What?
This year, yeah. That rookie was a menace last year, bro. Did you see him breaking ankles? I know we play on a football field, but that man was skating.
No. Scary Terry's a top 10 wide receiver in this league. I will not accept anything else. I'll give you 5 receivers better than him. You can give me 5. But you could probably give me either 6 or 7. But he's definitely in the top 10 of wide receivers in the league. He ain't lower than 10.
I can give you. Do we have time to run through it, or would you like to table this?
No, you go ahead and run through it, man. Go ahead, tell me. No, because we're talking about it now.
Jettis is number 1.
Of course.
Adams is number 2. This is not in order.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill.
I'll take that.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I'll take those. Yeah, no problem.
AJ Brown. Devontae Smith.
That's where no, he's not. I'll take those 5 that you just.
Okay,
not Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith is a number 2. Scary Terry is a number 1.
No, Scary Terry is y'all number 1.
No. Scary Terry is a number 1 wide receiver. He's a number 1.
Okay,
because the thing is, because Scary Terry has nobody else really to roll covers to.
That don't make him a number 1. If he go to another team, he'd probably be a number 2.
The only team. Listen.
Okay, so look, wait. So we have that's 6, right? Excluding Devontae Smith. CeeDee Lamb, better.
Okay, I'll take that. That's what I said.
Better.
Huh?
Amon St. Brown, better.
I'm on Ross St. Brown.
Better. I
say he was top 10.
Oh no, we're forgetting. You're forgetting.
And DK Metcalf, he's just. I know he's bigger and stronger, but is he actually a better receiver? Like once again, once again,
he don't run no 4.3. And then you got buddy from the Jets, Garrett Wilson.
No, he's not.
Right, Stephon Diggs.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Huh? Jalen Waddle's not. Jalen Waddle's not. But Jalen Waddle's number 2. Tyreek Hill's that number 1. Not better.
We're getting to T. Higgins era. I didn't even say Amari Cooper.
T. Higgins, no. Mark Cooper, no.
Amari Cooper is not better than. You're crazy.
No. No.
You're crazy.
Once again, like I gave you those like 6, like those 7 or 8 guys, but scary. That's why I said Scary Terry's a top 10. No.
Yeah, what? Oh my god! Mike Evans has had 1,000 straight yards since he's been in the league. He's been in the league 10, 11 years, bro.
But look at the
Scary Terry ain't did that. Look at the what?
quarterbacks that he's had Tom Brady for like 3 years, and then Baker Mayfield's been pretty good last year.
Bro,
Scary Terry has never had an elite quarterback throwing him the ball. Never. He's never had an elite.
only had Brady for 2 years. Mike Evans only had Brady for 2 years.
3 years.
Okay, 3 years. That's still.
But that's more than Scary Terry. Scary Terry has never. Scary Terry has never had never. At least Mike Evans got 3 years. Scary Terry has never had an elite quarterback throwing him the ball.
Bro,
never.
He's never had a streak of straight 1,000 yards neither.
He's had 1,000 yards ever since he came to the league.
Not 10 years in a row. You're crazy saying Mike.
But I said not 10 years in a row, of course, because Scary Terry's only been in the league like 5, 6 seasons.
Scary Terry is more of Chris Godwin level. A little bit more consistent than Calvin Ridley.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely. A consistent Calvin Ridley.
It's all my man.
A consistent, less explosive Calvin Ridley. He is the Kobe Bryant of Calvin Ridley.
No. Scary Terry is a top 10.
All I know
he's going to show you this season that why he's a top 10 wide receiver.
With a rookie quarterback, bro. Well, okay, I was just about to say DJ Moore, but DJ Moore got a rookie quarterback too. But my rookie quarterback better than your rookie quarterback. We're gonna have to make a bet. We're gonna make a bet. Who's better? DJ Moore versus Scary Terry this year. Well, y'all tune in for the next few pod. I think next week we starting with the football talk.
Now, once again, Scary Terry's never had an elite quarterback throwing him the ball. That's all I'm gonna say.
Scary Terry also shares a nickname with a basketball player.
First of all,
disqualified.
That basketball player stole that nickname. They weren't calling him Scary Terry.
We had the original Scary Terry. That's all I'm gonna say.
Whatever. He's not even on the Charlotte Hornets anymore. He's on the Miami.
He was on the Hornets.
Yeah, he was. He's on the Miami.
That's when he got his nickname, I think. No, he had it before. I don't know. Anyway.
All I'm going to say is my man Terry McLaurin is a top 10 wide receiver in this league. Point blank, period. There's probably 8. I'll even give you Mike Evans. So that'll put Scary Terry at 9. I'll give you Mike Evans. But once again, 8 receivers. Those 8 receivers are better than him. I'm putting Scary Terry at 9 because the Waddles, the Devontae Smiths, the other guys that you mentioned are number 2 wide receivers. Now, even they're number 2.
Josh Downs of Michael Pittman of the the Colts.
He just had.
Follow me. Michael Pittman of the Colts plays for the Colts. The Colts don't have a lick of receiving out there outside of Michael. Well, they're straight, but they're all like a 2 and 3s. Michael Pittman is only their number 1 because they don't have a number 2. Scary Terry, same thing.
No.
Johan Dotson is a 3.
I'll admit that, yeah.
Right, and Johan Dotson is y'all number 2. So by default, Scary Terry got to be y'all number 1. But we'll table this for next time. We'll have a 10 toes topic.
It's all right. We'll see. Now, if I will admit that Scary Terry is the number 2 if we get Brendan Ayuk and he ends up becoming the main target.
He's better than what's it called? Okay, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Nah, I put Scary Terry because Brandon Ayuk really just started really like becoming. I know like the season before this past one, he really started to come into his own, but he really came into his own really this season. But anyway, I'm not. Maybe after another season, I would put. It depends on how he performs this season and how Scary Terry performs this season. But anyway, yeah. At the end of the day, Scary Terry is a top 10 wide receiver. All right, I'm resolute in this. I will not budge. I don't care what number 2 receivers you. Once again, if Brandon Ayuk comes to the Commanders and once again he ends up becoming our number one, then I will actually say, hey KJ, I'm wrong. You're right. Yeah, Scary Terry has been a number two, actually a number two. It's just that the situation called for him to be our number one. But until that happens, Scary Terry is top 10. Because even though we will know that he's our best receiver, he still performs. And the only reason why he doesn't have more yards is because of bad offensive line and mediocre quarterback play. But because ain't nobody said about basically Terry McLaurin's in the same situation that Larry Fitzgerald was in. But ain't nobody calling him. We ain't gonna call him a number two receiver.
Larry Fitzgerald has intercepted the ball more times than he's dropped it in his career. Okay.
Yes, but I'm just saying, Scary Terry is in the same situation that Larry Fitzgerald was in. Larry Fitzgerald had nothing but mediocre quarterback play besides those few years with Kurt Warner. But for a lot of times in those couple of years with Carson Palmer, when he actually was like.
So it sounds like Larry Fitzgerald is more like Mike Evans. But anyway, like I said, we can table this. For another time.
But it is what it is. But all I'm saying is that Scary Terry is in a position where he's in a mediocre quarterback play. But yeah. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this podcast up like we always do with our last second shout out. So KJ, who in the sports world do you have to shout out?
I got 3 people to shout out. 2 in the same bubble. No pun intended. I'm going to shout out LeBron James.
LeBron
James. For Mr. Taco Tuesday himself, for becoming the first NBA player to be the flame holder for the USA. So shout out to him. And I'm also in that same bubble. Again, no pun intended. I am shouting out Snoop Dogg because he's also going to carry an Olympic torch for the USA.
Snoop Dogg. Go ahead. What's your...
And then this one is personal. This goes out to my cousin, Justin Dean. He just got this his club stolen base record, 160 stolen bases for the Mississippi Braves.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to that, man. We're gonna see you in the league sometime soon, my buddy.
Well, my shout out goes to Enrique Ogubawale.
Good job.
Can't say her name right. But she showed out in the WNBA All-Star game, especially in like the third quarter, and she scored a record number of points, but I think she scored like 21 points in like the third quarter alone. And she had a record number of points. I know people were talking about, Angel Reese, the first rookie to get a double in the All-Star game, and then you have Caitlin Clark, the first breaking the record for the most assists. But let's talk about this girl, Enrique Ogubawale. Can't say Enrique O. coming in, showing out, and she did not get snubbed from the Team USA. She said no to Team USA because she was like, listen, y'all didn't pick me for last Olympics. I deserved it. And now y'all want me? Nah, I'm good. And then I'm going to show y'all how good. I'm going to show you Team USA women how good I am and how y'all wish y'all had me. So yeah, shout out to her. But that's all the time we have, folks. I am MC Ron with his co-host.
It's Kenneth, y'all.
And we are keeping it 10 toes down. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be on the podcast and talk your sports stuff with the best in the business, that is me and my co-host KJ. All you have to do is one of 2 things. Either send an email to keepingit10toesdown@gmail.com. That is keepingit10toesdown@gmail.com. Or send us a direct message on Instagram. That is @keepingit10toes. That is @keepingit10toes. My fellow Commanders fans, I do apologize for the insults that my co-host KJ has been giving our guy, Scary Terry. He is our number 1 wide receiver. we Commanders fans will always believe that Scary Terry is a top 10 wide receiver until proven until you prove us otherwise, which is going to be a very hard thing to do. A very hard thing to do, as you can hear on this podcast now. But you all have a great day, a great night, and enjoy the Olympics. Let's go, USA! USA! USA!
The sun is under my feet and I come in peace to compete. I don't run if you athlete. My statistics go up in weeks and I go visit the nearest creek and I get busy. Yo, mini MC, really ballistic. Anybody can see any assistance. Everybody to see some persistence. Recognize I be really too vicious. The permanent beast and the demolition. Bringing up the street, better partition. Better dot your T. Hannibal mention. How all you see. Putting my dick in the rap industry. Everybody bitching, getting mad at me. Recognize Kendrick in a battery. And I'm charged up in a catastrophe. It's charged up in audacity. Y'all fucks never gonna have some.